Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sunday Signal. My name is George
And
McPherson,
my name is Chrissy.
and then we're gonna jump right into what we do best, which is we're gonna go over some options trading. We've been trading options for a while now. Been together for what, 12 years?
Yeah, 17 years together,
See, I'm
12
messing up on
years
the numbers
married.
though. I'm messing up on. Hey, I didn't mess up that bad though, right? We've been married for 12 years. Now what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna go over the market as far as for this week, what we're seeing for
Yeah.
this week, just cover what we normally do on a regular basis and prepare you guys as well for the market, the upcoming market for this week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys at least what we have. We have a free Discord that you could join. We give a lot of information in there. We also do live call outs. So if you're interested in that, by all
And
means.
we are doing a giveaway. So if you are watching this and you are interested in winning a chance to come and trade with us live in the group, make sure you head over to the Discord and go to the giveaway tab so you can register. But you got to make sure that you comment and follow just as well.
Yep, yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I'm gonna actually show you guys the Discord as far as what we do in the Discord. We have people that make profits on a weekly basis. This is just last week, guys. A lot of people making money, and these are real people right in here. So as you could see, we did shop. Actually call out shop last week. Did 21% on that. Then you have a couple calls that we did Google. As far as Google, we did Google. Yeah, Tesla calls. I mean, some great wins as far as in here, guys. They had some really great wins. So with that, guys, just check out our Discord. Again, it's free. The link is gonna be in the description as well. And we are giving away a giveaway for this week. So we have where one person will get a chance. You come right in here. All you have to do is click right here to register, and then that's it, right? You get 1 week of free live trading with us. So with that said, I'm gonna jump into what you guys come here for, which is just know what's going on in the market. So first thing I normally do is go over what's happening this week. And for this week, nothing really happened on Monday like that for the US market. Now, Tuesday, we're going to have some kind of volatility, okay? So tomorrow may be sideways, but we have CPI coming in on Tuesday, so be careful on as far as that. So we have CPI coming in, a couple of FOMC, but these guys really don't do the damage as much. It doesn't make the market fluctuate or
Mhm.
bring any volatility unless I see Powell name somewhere right here with a red folder, then I'll take it a little bit more serious. But for right now, I pay attention to the red folders and the orange folders. That's what I pay attention to. So we're gonna see the numbers coming in at 8:30. So expect some type of volatility on Tuesday. On Monday, which is tomorrow, you might be sideways a little bit. For
But we will play what the market gives us.
always do, always do. Now on Wednesday, we're gonna have PPI. PPI always follows CPI, so we're gonna have that followed by a couple of news. Nothing again. We always have crude oil on Wednesday, so pay attention to that. And we have beige book coming in as well on 2 o'clock that day. So pay attention, guys. Some volatility is going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday. Of course, Thursdays always have unemployment on Thursdays, and you have retail sale core sales happening. So, a couple of things that's happening this week, right? We have FOMC. This folder is actually orange, so but that's aftermarket. So pay attention if you're swinging after market on Thursday. Just make sure that you know that there's going to be some type of news
Just be
that's going on.
mindful.
So be mindful when you're doing that. And then on Friday, nothing really happening on Friday like that. We have that on at 10 o'clock, and that's it. So that's the news for this week. So while we're preparing for this week, just know that Tuesday and Wednesday we have PPI, CPI, and always you're always gonna have Thursday unemployment. So there's three stocks that I'm taking a look at for this week. I mentioned to you guys as far as Meta being a put for last week, and Meta did break on the week,
Excuse
which
all of our lines, but hey, we'll open it
no,
up so you
these
can
lines
see.
are it's not excuse.
For them to see,
These
you have
are
to open it.
these are take profit areas. So
There we go.
right here, this is a weekly chart, guys. So I'm showing you on a weekly chart. So right now, Meta broke the week to the downside. So the target on Meta, the whole target on Meta is going to be right down here at 683, right? That's gonna be the target on Meta, but on a higher time frame. Remember, this is on a weekly time frame. So with that said, we're looking for a break on Meta on the weekly. The first target almost hit right here. People did make money on their Discord. People did take Meta puts and made money on Meta puts as well, right? Now, if you look,
We just
one
want that
thing,
continuation.
yeah, we're looking for the continuation. Now, one thing I want to mention, right? You always want to see what market is doing before. And right now with NQ is looking um, earlier I was looking, NQ actually reversed back up. Yeah, NQ actually reversed back up. NQ looked like it wanted to break. Now I do have an
Alert.
alert right here. So if NQ breaks this, we know that the market is going to come down, which the market has a sign of coming down right now. We just have to pay attention to that. So if I see NQ break right here, we know that the market is going to fall, right? But what I'm looking for to happen first, that I always like, is that for it now, market did gap down on NQ. So right now it's looking to go back up to close that gap, which we want the gap to close. So most likely the gap will close going into tomorrow. And by the gap close going into tomorrow, we might fall or be sideways and then come back down on Tuesday and Wednesday if the numbers are bad. Okay. Then that will fall in line with what the market is showing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what I'm looking at overall. Now, with that, um, on a bigger time frame, if you could see right here, this is not really that. So I'm gonna go over here. So let me go back up to Meta, right? So Meta is gonna be one to the downside still. I still like Meta to the downside as far as on a weekly time frame. Now again, we have a bearish divergence on Meta, right? Remember I told you guys last week I was waiting for confirmation. I was waiting for confirmation for Meta to be in a bearish divergence, right? So bearish divergence already started on Meta on the day. Okay, so the bearish divergence already started on the day. What we're looking for right now is a bearish divergence on the week, which we have now confirmed a bearish divergence on the week, right? We have the break of the week right here. So now we have higher high
Mm-hmm.
on the time frame right here on price action, and we have lower low, lower high right here as far as on the indicator, right? Now that confirms a bearish divergence on a weekly time frame. We already, like I said, have the bearish divergence on the day. The monthly divergence is going to take a lot longer to happen. Right now, we have a monthly divergence set up, right? The monthly divergence is going to take a longer to happen. Now, do I believe Meta is going to drop all the way back down here? I'm not sure, right? With all the stuff that's going on, again, we're at all-time highs. Okay, so we can continue to push because everything already broke 3 month. So we still can push towards the upside. We could just have a pullback. So we might not have that bearish divergence on the monthly, but we already have it on the day and the week. So we
Mm-hmm.
expecting some type of pullback. So the pullback could come all the way down to right here, the line that I draw, which is going to be closer to the 50% retracement on the monthly candle, which is kind of correct in a sense if we have that, right? So we want to make sure that we're paying attention to this. So a break of the weekly candle, and let me make sure I take
We're
this off.
looking for it to come down.
A break of the weekly candle, and we should, here we go. So let me make sure you guys can see right here. So a break of this weekly candle right here, and that's gonna be the low of 709.70. A break of that, and we should see Meta come down. And these are my lines as far as take profit, right? Always look left to see what's going on to the left. Okay, always look left. On the day chart, we pop back up on the day chart. So with that, we can come up here to close this gap. Remember, there's a gap right here that will coincide with also NQ popping up and then afterwards coming back down. Okay, so pay attention to that. As far as for Meta, still bearish on Meta. Now my next one is going to be crowd. Okay, so crowd is going to be my next one, and I'm also bearish in crowd. Okay, so crowd, we have a bearish divergence on crowd on the day. So we have a bearish divergence on the day, right? And right here. So we already have that bearish divergence on the day. Okay. So with crowd is coming down a break. I already have the candle right here, but a break of the weekly right here. We already broke to the downside. Okay.
Yep.
So we have a 2-2 reversal to the downside. So take profit on crowd.
It never hit it yet.
We never hit take profit on crowd yet, which is gonna be it. Now I always go for the body, guys. One of the things with candlesticks is that you have the body, right, and then you have the wicks, right. Now typically a lot of people will go for the wicks as far as for take profit. Nothing wrong with that, but I know for sure one thing always happen is price action always respect the body first. Okay, so with the body, let me make sure that these are two
So
things.
we always put our target at the body first, and then we'll go to the wick after.
So we have right here and then right here. So with that said, on the weekly, we're looking for 470 for first take profit, right? And then followed by 461, right? Now, what I'm looking for to happen for crowd, okay? What I don't want gap downs. Like I mentioned to you guys, I hate trading gap downs. What I would look for on crowd, I want to see a pop up. So I want to see a pop up first and then probably come right up here, right in this level right here. So come right in that level right there and see some form of rejection right there. So see some form of rejection right there. And then we come back down to the downside. Once we come back down to the downside and break right here, then we know that we're coming back down to the downside and we'll be hitting 470 followed by 462. So that's gonna be the play for crowd. Okay. So that's the second one, and then the third one is gonna be AVGO. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
AVGO, we've been trading AVGO.
Especially on this weekly for the reversal.
AVGO has been doing some crazy shit. So with that, it's some of these stocks is like they don't want to come down, right?
And if it doesn't, it's okay, right?
But you know, like at one point they have to come down,
Yes.
right? So right now we hit a psych level. We're at a psych level right now, which is a 275, and we've been playing around this 275 area. Okay, so we've been playing around this 275 area. Right now, again, we have a bearish divergence on the day. Okay, so we have a bearish divergence on the day, higher high right there. We have lower high on our oscillator, our indicator, right? So you have lower highs right there. So that's showing bearish divergence on the day, right? Now for the weekly, we don't have that on the weekly, okay? For it to confirm on the weekly, right now, we need a bearish divergence on the weekly. We have to break this low, which I already have my thing in, my alert in for a break of the low. Once we break the low right here, then we'll have a bearish divergence on the week as well. Okay, so once we break 270, 271.15, then we'll have a bearish divergence on the week, right? Which will coincide on the weekly. This will be the bearish divergence on the week. So let me, my bad. So right here we have higher high on the weekly, and then right here we have lower high. That's gonna happen. So if we break right here, if price come down and break, this right here is gonna come down.
Mm-hmm.
This right here, where we at right now, is gonna spike down. So now we're gonna have a lower low on the indicator right here, right? So that's what I'm paying attention to. Now, again, I'm going to be playing what the charts give me no matter what.
Tell them
Um,
again.
so with right here, once we break right here, the targets for AVGO, we have a wick right here that price kind of reject off of, which is 165, 265, right? 265, again, if you look at it, it's a psych level. So we're going to expect something right there. But the target ultimately is right at 260, 266, 250. Okay, 250 is the target that's going to be for AVGO, and possibly coming all the way back down to 250. Right? It says 249.22, but realistically 250, because 250 is going to be that level that we come down to.
Our psych
Okay,
level.
our cycle level. Now, if you look left, you're going to have some areas right here that we might bounce off of, but ultimately that cycle level down right back to 250 is where I'm going to be looking at as well. Price will respect right here, and it doesn't mean that it's going to respect right here on the weekly time frame or the daily time frame, which it can, but you might see something happen where you have a 15-minute bounce off of here, come back up, or a 1 hour candle bounce off of here, come back up, kind of retrace, because the market is not going to drop straight down to here. Okay, we might have some crazy news and price gap down, but if we have a steady fall coming down, you're not going to see price just drop straight down to here. You will see within that weekly candle, you will see some type of bounce off the support lines. So these now are going to be support lines because they're below price. So while we're coming down, we're going to have support right here, support right here, support right here. I'm looking for what I would love to see is when we open up tomorrow, I would love to see price open up and come up, test my VWAP,
And
test my
check.
VWAP, reject the VWAP, and then come right down. A
Mm-hmm.
rejection off the VWAP, come right down and break here. We're all in at that point for AVGO to the downside. Right. So those are my three plays, guys, for this week. Crowd downside, AVGO downside, meta downside. Right. All of them are downside. Yeah, we're at all-time highs. We can push up, but we have to just be careful. CPI is coming out on Tuesday, so remember, we're gonna have some volatility, but you just have to pay attention as well and play at the same time what the chart gives you. All right. Anything for them, Dave?
And if you are in profit, do not let a green trade
Go
turn
red.
red. All right. Also, listen, guys, follow us on all the other platforms. Yes, we're on YouTube. We are on TikTok now, just as well. So you guys can head over there and find us. We are, where else are we? We're
We
scattered all over.
Yeah, yeah. But we also did um, Medium, which we're posting our blogs on Medium as well, just to give you
Yes.
guys good content, good
And in the
information at the same time.
Discord, you can find that link to the blog post just as well.
Yeah. So, trying to not trying to want to provide as much value for you guys
Of
as well.
course.
Um, Even if you're not in our Discord, you're still getting it on YouTube. So, uh, you know, if you like the content that you're getting, guys, please, 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 I'm not asking you anything else but just to like and comment. And let us know what else you're looking for. If and
We'll try
that's
to make those videos.
we'll try to make those videos. But until then, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching second episode of Sunday Signal. All right, that's it, guys. See y'all later.